Alright, you guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Nika. Thanks for tuning in once again. Today we're gonna be doing my recap basically of my pregnancy, how it has been from week 1 to week 15. You're gonna see me looking down a lot because I have my phone with me to kind of remind me of what to really mention in this video because a lot has happened. Yeah, so as I said before in my previous video, I am currently pregnant with my baby boy, and I haven't done a video where I discuss what my first half of my pregnancy is like, so I'm kind of trying to inform other mothers and just other parents in general about what pregnancy life is like. So alright, so I have some list of things that I'm gonna run through real quick. So how I found out I was pregnant. Alright, so I traveled overseas last year to work, and while I was there on October the 17th, I was with, but before I even get into that part of it, I was feeling very emotional around that time frame. So before I even took the test and all that, I was feeling very emotional. I was very moody. I was very like all over the place with emotions. Let's be honest. I was even at work and can't control my emotions. That's how messed up it was. But nevertheless, I tried to keep it cool all the time. Try. Remember, I said the word try. But however, it was a very moody time for me, and trust me, I just knew I was pregnant. I just know my body. So fast forward to October the 17th, I was actually with my brother. I was actually with my family. My brother got married and all that stuff, so we were having a little get together at a restaurant. And alright, sorry about that. I had to sort some stuff out, and the time is hot, so I had to open the window. I hope it's not too bright. I hope it's not too bright. But nevertheless, let's continue. So as I said, I was at the gathering with my brother, and they were going to have, after dinner, they were going to have a get together where they drink and they just had fun. I wanted to go so bad. Like, I'm just gonna be 100% real. All right, so right here you will see me pause. I think it was a fly or something like irritated me, but it's no biggie. Let's get back to the video. I wanted to go so bad, but I had to check out something first. I had to check out if I was actually, So I just left the get together. I just got up, just randomly got up. And then I left and I went to the pharmacy, because the pharmacy was literally just a block away from where the restaurant was. And I was already having the feeling, the emotions all over the place. I was just craving certain strange stuff, so I knew something was off. And again, I want to drink, so I need to be sure. So I went and I bought the pregnancy test. On my way back coming, there was a church nearby. So while I was passing the church, something just told me instantly while I was there. I didn't go in the church or anything like that, but while I was just passing the church and I looked at the church and stuff like that, I just said to myself, you're pregnant. And then I'm like, let's just go and do the test and figure it out, find out. So I came back to the restaurant, went into the bathroom of the restaurant. Again, as I said, I wanted to drink, so I was making sure that everything was okay. Went to the restaurant bathroom, took the test, and I sat there. It's a public bathroom because it's a restaurant bathroom. And I went there, and when I took that test it came up so quick and it came up so bright that I was like, confirmed positive. Like, I was like, no joke, quick. Right here you see me dramatically pause. It's when you know you're screwed. I literally burst out into laughter. Like, I wasn't even crying. I was just laughing because it felt so real. It is so real, and it feels so fake. It feels like, is this a joke? It's like I watch YouTube pranks all the time, so it's like, I'm like, is this a prank? But how is this even a prank when you're the one that took the test, right? So I just sat there laughing while there was other persons in the bathroom. I was literally laughing out loud because I just couldn't believe what was going on. And I just came back, took my seat, and when I took my seat, I just, like, it was just crazy. It was like everyone felt or suspected that I was, because I wasn't drinking. Because I said before, I wasn't sure. I had the feeling that I was, though, but I wasn't taking any chances, to be honest. I wasn't sure if I was or wasn't, but I'm just not gonna take the chance to drink because I'm not that type of person. You know, you have persons who actually drink when they're pregnant because they say, you know, you can take a glass of red wine or whatever every now and then, but I'm just not that type of person. So it was just a crazy moment for me because I had to sit back down, even finding out all that. I had to sit back down at the restaurant and just act like everything was okay. And initially I was like, yeah, I'm coming to the get together. But then when I reached home, I had to literally text my brother. Or I don't remember what I told my brother. I don't remember if I told him that I wasn't gonna come, or if I just played it out for the rest of the night and then texted him in the morning that I fell asleep. But I knew I told him some bullshit because I didn't know what to say, to be honest, because I was so shocked and I wasn't ready to tell anyone either. So it is a lot. So finding out was actually interesting because, as I said, I just wanted to really go out and enjoy myself, and that obviously couldn't happen. But I was happy because, to be honest, I'm not ready for another child, or that's how I felt at the moment. I'm just not ready for another child. But then I remember, you know, having PCOS and dealing with PCOS in general, getting pregnant, it's a blessing. You know, no matter if you're gonna say that you're not ready, you this or you that, it's just a blessing. But I will tell you in another video as well all about my PCOS situation and all about what PCOS actually is, because there's a lot of persons who don't know about it. But you know, that's how I found out. Now moving on to, and then again, as I said, I was working overseas at the time and I found out in October. So I came back into Jamaica in December, so I found out October. So you have November, December, so we had like 2 to 3 months before I actually did an ultrasound. 2 to 3 months before I actually did any form of doctor visit, any form of checkup to see how the baby was, or to really confirm, okay, yes, you know, because you can take a pregnancy test but not actually be pregnant. But I knew I was pregnant, like I knew. So yeah, I came back into December and I waited until in January before I did did any form of checkup. As I said before, I did it on January the 5th. Yeah, I did my first ultrasound and also doctor visit on January the 5th at Dr. Banjoko. So if you don't know, I will leave everything down in the description below of that doctor. He's a very good doctor. Dr. Banjokomedical is really a good doctor, and he's doing so many great things right now. Pharmacy, dental office, he's just taking on everything, and I'm proud to say that he's my doctor, to be honest. So I'll leave all the information that you need for him down below. I didn't go to the doctor overseas because honestly I was in shock. Still in shock, still feel blessed, yes, but I just wasn't. And then being over there and working and all that, I literally worked almost every day until there was a point where I had 2 days off. I literally worked almost, say, every single day, and from in the morning to the night. So I didn't really have time to do that, and I didn't want to take any time off either, even though I'm not saying that it's not an important thing to take time off for, but at the time I just really didn't want to be like all over that right now. I just waited until I came back to Jamaica. When I came back and I did my first ultrasound, as I said, in January, on January the 5th, I found out that I was 15 weeks and 4 days pregnant. 15 weeks and 4 days pregnant. That's when I did my very first ultrasound. So doing my very first ultrasound was crazy, because at that moment, with my previous child, an ultrasound where I found out the gender, and I didn't even get a chance to really get comfortable into the ultrasound before he identified what kind of baby I was having, and I didn't have to think about all those steps. He just cut to the chase and just like, oh, the penis is right here. I'm like, the way he just came up with it to say that I'm gonna have a boy, it was like he didn't even give me a chance to say, oh, I want it to be private because I want to do a gender reveal, or he just, like, that part was just cut right out immediately when he said that, because I already knew. So what's the point? But it was a great experience to do my first ultrasound and finding out at 15 weeks and 4 days, because it's like you already passed, you're like coming up to halfway of the journey. So it's like you're happy to know that everything is okay, you're happy to know that you're doing well and the baby is great, and you're so far along at that too, that you know, it's just happy. When you're pregnant, it's a blessing, but to honestly just know that you're so far along past all those phase where yes, you can miscarriage, even up until, you know, you can still miscarriage, but to know you're passing the early phase, trust me, the early phase are one of the worst, because you have symptoms. So for me, symptoms was for me like vomiting. I was feeling very tired. I was craving jalapenos. That's how I knew that something was off from the beginning. That was before I even took my pregnancy test. I wanted jalapenos and I wanted fries. French fries, they has to be like just coming out, fresh, salty. Anything that is salty, that's me. That's how I knew something was really off, especially with jalapenos. I never ate jalapenos before the whole, I don't want to say if it was in my ovulating stage where I started eating jalapenos, but I'm gonna say definitely when I was pregnant, because I was craving it so bad that anything that I'm eating, if it's a burger, if it's, how would you say now, like I make a little egg sandwich, I have to put jalapenos on it. And then again, as I said before, I never ate jalapenos before. That's not something that I sit and eat, and I just tried it and it's like boom, instantly fell in love, addicted like crack. So yeah, you know, and feeling lazy was part of it, but that's all, that's expected for most mothers, or some mothers, when they just find out that they're pregnant, or you know, the first phase. Also, what I developed as well in the early phase of my pregnancy, one of my tooth, my corner tooth, chipped, cracked. I don't know how to really discuss that part yet. I couldn't eat, or even up to now, I can't eat on my right side, and I have to get this tooth sorted out. But because of being pregnant, I'm scared for them to take it out, and I don't think that it's possible for them to take it out. But in the first phase of the pregnancy, I had tooth pain constantly, and I didn't take anything for it, but it wasn't a pain where it was like unbearable. So I didn't really go too crazy about it. To be honest, it's, as I said before, it's an amazing journey that's going on right now, because I didn't expect to be on it, but yet still, so far, I'm just blessed to be on it. That's all I can really say about the journey of being pregnant right now. Again, is just being blessed. I'm honored to know that I'm gonna be a mom again, you know. This time around it's gonna be so different, because my second pregnancy in life, I always thought that it was gonna be way better than my first, and instead of it being way better, I think it's kind of a lot more harder, because I won't have a partner here with me to go through the process with, go through the emotions with, take me to the hospital, pick me up from the hospital. I won't have that. And to me, that's very important. That's very sentimental. That's just, you know, it's very, very, it's an emotional phase. And I know he's hurting as well to not be there for the birth of his son, but you know, it is what it is. We have to pull through. We have to do what we can in the situation that we have and just make the best of it. You know what I'm saying? Show this new child and also my first child, my daughter, because yes, I am having a baby by the same person. So please, you're not seeing him on the channel, but I am having a baby for the same person. So I'm grateful for that as well, because trust me, relationships are hard, and it's just a whole, I don't know, it's just a whole phase. It's a whole entire phase when you think about it, to be honest. But how I actually feel now about the pregnancy is just, I'm feeling grateful. I'm feeling a lot more relaxed because I'm coming up to the time to just have this baby and welcome this baby in the world and see his little face, little fingers and toes, and all the crying in the night. Yes, I do not enjoy it, but I'm looking forward to it too. But then again, I did it before, so I know I'm strong enough to do it again. But that is my story time, a little recap of my first phase of pregnancy, because I will be updating you guys on my 31 to 32 weeks pregnant update coming up. I will be giving you an update on that, but this is just a recap so that when I drop that video, you'll understand where I'm coming from and what is going on. So life is a whole challenge, and God's timing is the best timing. Let's just put it that way. I mean, it's not the timing we have hoped for. It's not the timing we have chosen for ourselves, but it's the timing that was given unto us that we have to work with and we have to appreciate, because without it, where would we be? Really and truly, where would we be? Because I'd rather to be going through this phase right now than to say that, oh, you know, I'll never be able to have another child. So sometimes when we sit down and we plan our lives, it's not the best lives that we can offer for ourselves, to be honest. We think it's the best life, but it's not. And sometimes when things do happen and you have to take another road, it shows you that there's another route you could have taken, or there's another route that was available that you just didn't see. So once again, keep safe, guys, keep blessed, and keep hydrated, especially people in Jamaica right now, because the time is hot. But you know, it's your girl Nika. Thanks for tuning in. Please like, share, and subscribe, and you know, leave a comment and tell me what kind of videos you like, because I don't want to just make this be all about pregnancy. So let me know what kind of videos you guys would like to see, or any questions that you may have. Just leave it down below. And again, it's your girl Nika. Thanks for tuning in. Peace. Test from the day. This is the morning after, just to confirm, just to be sure, because they always say morning urine is the best. This is when I was out with my family. The dinner that I was telling you guys about. Enjoyed it. Food was great. It was amazing. Now this picture coming up is when I thought I was 3 months. Didn't go to the doctor as yet. Belly was coming out and all. This is when I was actually 5 months pregnant. And I really love these pics because I think my belly is really coming out in these pics right here. Now this is just a random pic that I threw in because I hardly have pics of myself. But here's another pic of the boy looking so awkward and weird. But that's my baby. I also did a DIY photo shoot at home, and these are how the pictures came out. I hope you enjoy. And pregnancy is just doing the most for me. This is one of my favorite looks since I've been pregnant, and this is me on a daily basis. So peace out. Thank you guys for